Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be teaching you how to make a glowing button in Figma using advanced micro animation. So are we ready? Let's dive in. The first step of creating this particular glowing button in Figma is to create a button, obviously. So I'm going to create a button. So I have my text tool here selected, and I type in button, and I click on my auto width so that I can have them properly hugging the text called button. Okay, so right here I want to change this to auto layout, so Shift A. Okay, Shift A, activate the auto layout on this particular button. All right, so right here I'm going to be having horizontal padding as 40 and the vertical button as padding as 16, right? Okay, so we have our button coming up real nice. So the next thing I'm going to be doing right now is to alter the corner radius. So go for corner radius of 100% and give it a stroke. Beautiful. So we have a black stroke. Now I'm going to select a color. I actually like this color. Okay, so we're going to pick this particular color. You can pick any colors that you want, but I'll stick with this color. Okay, so I have this stroke as the stroke is 1. Let's make this stroke 2. So 2 here. Make your stroke 2. The next thing we're going to be doing is to create a gradient on the stroke. We're going to create a gradient on the stroke. Okay, that's the next thing we're going to be doing. So we have our gradient. So I'm going to be pulling the second slide of the gradient onto this point, at least to the middle. Okay. Then the second layer of the colors, I'm going to reduce its opacity to 4. Okay, reduce the opacity to 4. All right, beautiful. All right, now we have the opacity as 4. So the next thing we're going to be doing after successfully creating our button is to make them as a component. Okay, is to make them as a component. So we have frame 1. Let's rename this as button 1. So we have button 1. All right, so we have button 1. The next thing we're going to be doing is to now create a component. But before that, we're going to be duplicating this button. The idea there is we want to make this glowing animation go in circles, right? From the beginning to the end, like 360 degrees. Okay, so we're going to be duplicating this button. All right, this button. So I'm duplicating, holding my Alt and dragging to the next part. Okay, so we have that. So we have button 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are going to select these 4 buttons and we're going to come up here and click create component set. Create component set. Now we have been successful in creating the component set. Now quickly let's do some editing on the second text and on the second button, third and the fourth, and so on. Okay, so for this one I would like to change the direction of the linear gradient, right? I will change it up to this point. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we're going to go to the next button. The next button, I'm going to click on the layer the color. So we're going to change the linear direction also and turn it to this point. Okay, beautiful. So we're making progress. We're going to the next one. You are going to click on this part again, and we are going to come and take it to this other point. Beautiful. I'm sure you're getting this. All right, so our buttons are coming in thick and fast. Beautiful. Okay, so the next thing we're supposed to do is to make sure that we have a shadow, right? To make sure that we have a shadow across this particular button to bring the glow out of the button. Okay, so I'm going to come here and click on effect. So I click on effect, drop shadow. Here I type in 0. Here I type in, let's go for maybe 7. Okay, here I increase the opacity, and don't forget also the color that we picked. Okay, you can see our color is amazing. The color that we choose is amazing, and it does bring proper glow to our button. So I'm going to right click and copy properties. We copy properties, and I'm going to come here and paste the property. You see that's the magic. Okay, click on paste properties. You go to the next one, click on word, paste properties. Beautiful. So we now have the same properties across board. You can see our four buttons they are glowing perfectly fine. All right, now it's time to give it some life. Okay, so I'm going to click on the prototype tab. So the first button, I'm going to connect it to the second button. While doing that, I'm going to come here, drop down here, click on the drop down, and I'm going to select after delay. I select after delay, and I'm going to select, make sure your smart animate is selected. And afterwards, we want to have this as 1 millisecond, and this we want to have this as maybe, let's say, 1000 milliseconds. Okay, so we want to have this change to the second button. Beautiful. Okay, now for this particular one, we're going to select the linear animation, right? I'm going to select the linear animation from the drop down form of the smart animate. Okay, linear. I will close this, go to the second button, we come to after delay, and we go to 1 milliseconds, and we come here, we go to, same thing as what we did the other time, 1 millisecond. So we have linear. Don't forget smart animate, linear. So we come to the next one, we pull to the other one, we connect the third button to the fourth button. So I come here, I go to after delay, and 1000 milliseconds, and I have 1 milliseconds. Okay, beautiful. All right, so I have my linear and smart animate. Don't forget this, linear and smart animate activated. Okay, so I have this and this all done and dusted. Okay, beautiful. Now for the last step, we're going to take this back to the first one, right? We're going to take the fourth button back to the first button. We're going to connect the last button to the first button. Okay, after delay, select after delay. Beautiful. Okay, so we have smart animate selected, and also don't forget your linear also selected. Okay, so we have our prototype. That is our prototype. Now it's time to try out our design. Okay, and don't forget, I want to always remember that in animations, there's no animation or prototyping that can work without a frame. Without a frame. All right, so I've created my frame, select a frame. So I have my frame already done. Okay, so let's bring it down here. maybe expand it a little more. Okay, then I go to my assets and I'm going to type in button. Let's type in button. Okay, let's type in component. Okay, component. So we set it as component. So I'm going to click and drag on this. Okay, now for my frame, I'm going to change the background color to word, so something a bit dark, something very black, not too black, not 000. So let's go for an X code of 090808. Okay, all right, beautiful. So let's center align this. Now click on this frame 1, then come here and click on the preview. Click on what? Preview. All right, we're previewing our design right now. All right, guys, so our prototype is working. You can see, let me expand this so you can see it properly. Right, see it, amazing. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, and share. Thank you guys. See you later.